After that trial, Lloyd Frontera won the case. Although he was spared from the punishment as the hero of the kingdom, something still had to be done for what happened. He had to take responsibility for the loss of the Winter Heart. He told Bibiong to raise the material slowly and carefully, also to hang just a little bit longer. His penalty was to aid in construction once whenever the queen requested it. Lloyd thinks that he should be grateful because that is the only thing that he needs to do, but he still feels like there is not enough time. Bibiong raised the last Tauranga that they need to be extracted. Then a system window pops up saying that he already gathered all 12 Taurangas, which is the Truth Jewel core materials. For accomplishing the historical achievement of obtaining the materials of the legendary jewel, Lloyd has given a bonus RP. His eyes widen as he was amazed that the bonus was a total of 2,000 RP. Now, his total RP is 4,655. With this, he clenched his fist like he won in the lottery. In his mind, wow, what is this? It is freaking awesome. I can use time freeze whenever there is a great danger. The queen also rid of her curse. We also stopped a huge incident, so I was hoping the fates would change a little. But seeing that there is still someone who will die in the future, he thinks that it is not that easy to change them. But for him, it is still okay because now he is heading towards the solution. Then Lloyd asks for an audience to the queen and he bows down. The queen told him that Lloyd is such an annoying man. The queen asks, "Are you trying to leave as soon as you have done what you needed to?" Lloyd replied, "Please forgive me for this. I have important matters that I need to finish quickly and they cannot be delayed any further." The queen was silent after hearing that. The queen started her first move. She asks, "Is it more important than staying by my side and resting for a while?" Lloyd replied, "Yes." The queen was silent and after hearing that it hurt her feelings, but she still smiles, maybe to hide the pain of being rejected. The queen smiled with her beautiful face. She said, "Go quickly then. I will wait for you." After hearing that, Lloyd slowly looks up and take a peek at the face of the queen. Seeing the face of the queen made Lloyd blush. In his mind, whoa, what was that? My heart felt weird for a moment there. Hey, Winter Butt, my heart is acting a little strange because of you. The poor Winter Butt felt attacked for being blamed. In Winter Heart's mind, what's with his blockhead? Does he really not know what is happening? Then both Javier and Lloyd rode to the dragon son of Lloyd. Yang Yang was carrying the core materials that needed for the construction of the Truth Jewel. Then a great splash was seen as Yang Yang throws it into the sea where the Merman Kingdom is. Seeing that it falls perfectly, Lloyd smiled. He said, "Good, if we follow that path, we will fall near the Merman Kingdom." Then Lloyd calls Javier asking him if he said a proper goodbye to Siluria. Javier replied, "Yes, somewhat." Lloyd asks, "You didn't say anything else?" Javier replied, "What could we talk about? You are making a big fuss about matching me and Miss Siluria." Lloyd smirked and said, "Look at you, acting all disinterested." Then Lloyd proudly says, "I told you that I am the apostle of love. I know love when I see it. There is nothing I don't know." The Winter Butt was shocked to hear that. In his mind, no, there are things you don't know. In fact, you are the most ignorant. You are really stupid, you know that. Javier was silent for a moment as he remembered something. He thinks about the time when he was about to leave the kingdom. At that time, Miss Siluria said, "Someday, when you are done with what you need to do, I will tell you that I love you, and I have become a respectable grand mage." Thinking of that time made the handsome knight, Javier Asrahan, blushed. This made Lloyd annoyed. He said, "Why are you blushing? You had a sweet conversation, didn't you? Damn, that is so infuriating." Javier replied, "Wait, you were just rooting for us." Lloyd said, "Not that I see you happy, I am getting jealous. Damn, I hate the sight of you." Javier took a deep sigh and asks, "Whatever, but where is our next destination?" Lloyd replied, "The Southern Plains. There is another important material in there." Javier said, "Southern Plains? Is that where the tribe is at?" Lloyd replied, "Yes. The Rampant tribe of the plains, the Centaurs. The second core material, Top, has changed hands multiple times after the Great Race War, and now it is in the hands of the Centaurs. Lloyd thinks that once he finds them, he will be able to find hints to where Top is. And Lloyd and Javier arrived in the very fast Central Plain. Javier said, "This place looks too big for us to find them on feet though." Lloyd replied, "We can't possibly rummage through this land with the fearsome Yang Yang, and they will be the one that will find us." Then the prediction of Lloyd was right. A large dark smoke appeared. There is a silhouette in the dark smoke, a being that has an upper part of a human and a lower part of a horse. But the centaurs who welcome Lloyd look like punks and delinquents. The captain of the centaurs asks, "Who are you? Do you know where you are? How dare you invade this place?" Lloyd was taken aback. In his mind, "Oh, it is different from what I had imagined. What's with this novel settings?" The centaurs surrounded both Lloyd and Javier while galloping like a horse. They are making weird noises like a honk and noises of a car. Lloyd raises his hand and asks, "Before I tell you about myself, what is with those sound effects?" The centaur captain asks, "Huh? Sound effects? Are you talking about our roars? You humans do it though? Things like oh and wow." Hearing that, for Lloyd this story setting is a mess. While the centaurs were doing some weird noises, Lloyd bows down to show courtesy. He said, "I have come here to ask the wisest centaur among the great centaurs a question." The captain of centaurs asks, "What? The likes of someone like you wants to meet our chieftain? No way in hell, two-legged beast." Then Lloyd smiled as he was about to activate his level 99 negotiation skills. He said, "What difference is there between being two-legged and four-legged? I am faster than you anyway. That ought to give me the right to meet your chieftain, right?" All the centaurs were silent because the taunt of Lloyd hit all of their nerves. Then all the centaurs started to make their weird noise like they had gone wild. The captain of the centaurs said, "The human has challenged me, the guard captain." The guard captain bumps his head at Lloyd and arrogantly said, "Here are the rules. The one who received the challenge will decide where the finish line is. The one who reaches first will get to decide what gets done. That is all." Lloyd replied, Sure. I already know what your traditions are like." Javier asks, "Should I do this?" Lloyd replied, "No, I will do it. I cannot let this be another Merman Kingdom situation where I am the only one who can't get things done. The master needs to win, so you can just follow me." Javier said, "That will be pretty hard to do though. The centaur's running speed is said to be on par with Sword's master." Lloyd with his evil face said that it is a speed when they will run, but he told Javier that he did not plan to run at all. Lloyd is now cooking another evil plan. The captain guard pointed at the boulder and said, "The finish line will be the boulder's 200 meters in that direction." Then he proudly told Lloyd that he will show him just how pathetic the body of a human is. The centaurs form a line and start stomping while making sounds of a car. The referee told them to get ready. With the stone from the slingshot was thrown, it was a go sign. The guard captain of centaurs rushes so fast and Lloyd is left behind. The fellow centaurs were cheering for their captain. Javier just looks at the situation. In his mind, this situation isn't one you can win by just talking big. But Lloyd picks up his hidden weapon, his legendary small shovel. Javier realized what his master was planning. Lloyd points the shovel on the ground and shouted blast. A large explosion was released by the shovel that boosted Lloyd to fly away and reach a fast speed. With that explosion, Lloyd passed through the centaur guard who was running using his forelegs. Lloyd bumps into the large boulder. The impact is strong as it damages the boulder. Lloyd slowly falls down from it. The guard captain was speechless and didn't know what to say after what he saw. His fellow centaurs also stopped from cheering because of what happened. This legendary ugly bastard starts laughing. He looks like a zombie who has gone mad. Blood were falling from his mouth because of the impact, but the most important is that he still won on the bet. Lloyd asks the centaurs, "I was faster, wasn't I?" All the centaurs were still in awe to see Lloyd win. They were all speechless. They only think of one thing. That is, Lloyd is the legendary lightspeed human, from the greatest singer in hell and their role model. In the Centaur Plains, Lloyd gains another nickname,